It's Friday afternoon right now, and I've been working all day on my eBay shop since about maybe 7:30. I went out this morning doing some sourcing for new inventory at garage sales and estate sales, and I didn't get an incredible amount of stuff, but I think I did get a few pretty good things. And I'm going to show you what I brought home now. All of this stuff I already have drafts written up. I brought everything home. I got home around noon and it's like 4:30 now. So I had some lunch and then I probably spent 2 or 3 hours writing up, getting, listings ready to go. So all these things, almost all of these things have drafts written in. I just have to take photos to get them finalized. So I'll get as many of them done tonight as I can. I have to work tomorrow in the morning. So I'm not going to have a huge amount of time tomorrow to be working on eBay stuff. So I don't always work. I mean, I don't usually work on Saturdays, but it's a special event. So let me show you everything that I got. All right, I filmed a bunch of footage today showing you all of the new stuff that I brought in from garage sales and estate sales that are going to be in my eBay shop soon. And I accidentally did something to cause all of the audio to disappear. So I'm just going to go through this in a little different way. I'm going to be sharing my screen here with to my eBay shop, and I'm going to show you everything that was listed today. And essentially everything that I brought home today that was ready to be listed is listed. There's like one thing here. Well, I'll just show you on the camera if I can. So here's the eBay camera. So there's this ceramic Christmas tree. It's like 18 inches tall. I can't think of the brand names, the high quality brand names. It's not one of those, like the highly sought after ones, but it's still a nice old vintage ceramic light up Christmas tree. So I think I paid $15 for this. I'm going to have to buy a star for the top. All the other lights are here. So that's probably going to make it be more like $22 or $23. I think I probably could get 100 for this or 125. I think I'm just going to list it at 90 and try to get it moving quickly as we're heading into the season when people start shopping for Christmas. So that's something that didn't get listed. And then over here I have these motorcycle seats. There's two of them. They didn't get listed. This huge box of CDs I have to go through one at a time, really scan them all, see if they're valuable or not. I put it away already. I already listed this, so I'll show you there's one CD that came out of this lot that's going to pay for the whole box. So I paid $40 for that box. It has like 70, I think it had like 80 CDs in it. Some of them are like immediately garbage. They look like they're bootlegs or CDRs or something like that. So those are just going to go in the garbage probably. But I'm going to go to my active listings on my eBay app here. You'll see the screen capture, and I'm just going to show you everything that I bought today, and all of this stuff is listed already. So let's see, is it working? Yeah, it's working. So I got 3 golf clubs today. So there are these. They're Ping. I mean, I don't know much about golf or golf clubs. I just know a couple of brands to look for. So Ping I look for, Callaway I look for, and Titleist I look for. And just because they have those brand names doesn't mean that they are exceptionally valuable. So these two I've had to sell together because they're not really worth much. So you can see I got it listed for $35.99. I paid $4 for these 2 clubs. And I think they'll sell for that amount. And I mean, when you only pay $4, you got room to go down a little bit. This one is a little more valuable, but it is kind of beat up. This is I don't know if it's a newer one or an older one, but it's a different one. I think the big selling point is that it has a carbon fiber shaft. So this single one I paid $2 for. I'm going to try to get this $47 plus shipping. And again, we've got plenty of room to move if it doesn't sell very quickly. Yeah, speaking of going into Christmas time with the Christmas tree, this is a time of year when people start making Christmas cookies, and they use these wherever. Well, this is not the only brand, but these cookie press guns. This is an electric one. I think it's probably from the 80s. If this was like totally complete and the box wasn't all beat up, it'd probably be like $65 or $70. I paid I've got this and another thing from a garage sale, and the lady insisted that I pay her $15. I mean, it's a fine price. I'd like to get them a little cheaper, but so I paid $7.50 for this. One of the only reasons where I was willing to pay that much is because she said everything is in there, everything is complete. And you can see right here, it's supposed to have 9 of these cookie discs. They're right on the box, and there's only 6. So that immediately drops the value down. And then the box is pretty beat up. So if this could be 60, if it was complete, I'm just gonna try to get it sold as quickly as possible. So I'm putting $32 on it. This lady she had a garage sale or a yard sale. It was in her backyard, so you had to walk through the sidewalk of her house to get back there. And right as I was walking up, she just poured a giant bucket of dirty water. She was doing some gardening right into the path where I needed to walk. So not the best customer service, but whatever. I got this cookie gun there, and I got this. This is like uncensored catchphrase, the game catchphrase. It's like hot potato, sort of. You pass it around and you're trying to guess the words that are on the screen. And this one has adult, not safe for work content on it. So I saw some of these that were sealed, brand new, that were selling for like $70. I paid, again, $7.50 for it. It was like half of that $15 deal. And the open one's not quite as good as that. So this one's open, but it works. Let's see if I can get this to play. Maybe it will. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, so you can see it works. I put a little video in the listing. I'm just trying to show every aspect of it works. All the different buttons work. So there it goes. That's $43. I paid $7.50 for it. So that's not my goal is to make 10 times what I pay for something, which is not always reasonable. So $7.50 into 42, that's still a pretty good profit, I think. Okay, next thing I got, all the sales around here are so difficult. Like I saw a sign, it just has an address on it, and it's nowhere near where the house is, but I'm trying to find this. You drive past a sign, you can't read an address that fast. But anyway, I did find this sale, and the lady asked me, how'd you find us? Did you see us online? Did you see my signs? And I wanted to tell her, well, I saw your sign, but it took me 15 minutes to get here because it was so complicated. But anyway, she had this set of these, they say caviar, all these, they're very small plates, like canapé plates. And each one of them has something about a different type of caviar on the print. And she had 2 sets of these. They're brand new in the box. Here's the box. Here's some pictures of the box. And you can see the price tag here. Originally, it was $60. And then they dropped it to $39.90, then $29.90, then eventually $16.97. So I don't know how old these are. I don't see any dates on this stuff anywhere, but these, there's one set of these. I have 2 of them. There's one set that's currently listed for $125, and there's one that sold a couple of months ago for $125. I put mine a little bit cheaper than that, $100 instead of $125. Since I have 2 of them, I need these to go quickly, but I paid $4 a piece for them. So that's a really good profit on those once they sell, and I think they'll sell sooner or later. Something like that doesn't take up a lot of space. I can sit on that for a long time. I know I'm going to make $90 on it. Just wait. Okay, this thing, Ulu knife. Did I spell that right? ULU. It's like I saw this on the box. It just said Ulu on the. Let's find the box. Well, here's the box. So I saw this at an estate sale. I looked it up. They had a $2 price tag on it. I just did an eBay search for Ulu knife or Ulu blade, and there were some that were coming up for like hundreds of dollars, down to like $60. Like I think the highest one I saw was like 400 or 500. And obviously they were fancier than this, but I was assuming this was a brand or a model name of a knife. But it's just sort of a generic name for a knife, like you might say a butcher knife or a steak knife or whatever. Apparently this style of knife is called a Ulu tool. So I thought I was getting something good for $2. Once I got it home, I can't find this exact one, but there are some that are similar. This thing feels kind of cheap when you hold it. So I think it's probably not worth much, $13. I got it listed for $19.99 right now, but I have a feeling I'm going to lower that price to $12.99 before I sell it. The only reason I left it at 20 is because it has this Sub-Zero logo and the wolf logo printed on the handle. I'm guessing that this would have been a gift. Like if you bought a refrigerator at appliance store or something, you get a free knife, and it's a cheap knife, but maybe having that branding on there will make that sell a little bit. I'm not sure if it will or not, but it's only $2. I'll take the risk that I can turn it into 20. Okay, here is an Arctic. I thought it was a lunchbox. So at the estate sale, I was searching Arctic lunchboxes, and there's a bunch that look very similar to this that's we're selling in like the $45 price range. This was only $2 as well as the knife. And so I thought, great, I'll buy this for $2. I'll sell it for 40. That's great. When I got it home, I didn't notice this tag on the side until I got it home where it says specifically 6-day can cooler. So then I was able to search that and get a more accurate comp of what actually I had. And it turns out these coolers aren't worth quite as much. They're still like $20 to $25, something like that. And I only paid $2 for it. So what am I listing it for? $22.99. If I can get $23 for this, I'll be happy. I'm not sure. Like, it's brand new. Obviously, it still has the tags. There's a shoulder strap in there, inside of it as well. And unfortunately, it has this. Like, this must have been a gift, like an employee appreciation gift from this company, the Niles Group, Johnstone Supply, whatever that is. So I don't know if that increases the value or lowers the value, but I'm assuming it's lowers the value. So hopefully somebody will pay $23 for it. That'll be 10 times my money, so I'd be happy with that. All right, I got this Fitbit. This is the exact Fitbit I used to have, the Fitbit Charge 5. And just recently, within the last few months, I realized that I had this. It's been sitting in my bathroom. I upgraded to a different watch, and I was just having this sitting on my bathroom sink where I used to charge it. And it was sitting there probably for a year. And then I thought, why am I just letting this sit here? I'm sure somebody would buy that. And so I sold just the watch. It is used, very used. No charging stuff, no box, no anything. And I sold it for like 40 or 45, maybe more. I can't remember. But I saw this today at that estate sale. It didn't have a price on it, so I had to ask. And she told me $12. I figure it's worth $100. $12 is a good amount to pay for it. I'm listing it a little lower. There are quite a few that are selling for $100, but there are also quite a few that sell for $80. So I'm just putting a price right in the middle. I think this will sell pretty quickly. There's that catchphrase. Okay, I got these On Cloud shoes. Is that what they're called? No, just On is the brand name, and then they're called Cloudrunner running shoes. I see this logo all the time at thrift stores, and I never knew what it was. I thought it was a Q. I thought it was a QU. I don't know if there's a better view of it. I mean, that looks like a QU. So I got these shoes at a garage sale. The lady there was announcing to everybody, all sneakers are $2, all high top shoes are $5. And so I picked these up. I would assume these were sneakers, but her husband told me no, they're $5. He said if she had her way, we'd just give everything away. So I have to get at least $5 for these. So I paid $5 for them. I would rather have paid $2, but I'm okay paying $5. They're a little bit dirty, and I just don't want to spend the time to clean them. If I cleaned them up, I'd probably get $60 for these, but I don't want to spend an hour scrubbing the soles of these shoes, somebody else's dirty footwear. So I also noticed a little tear on the inside, so I was going to sell them for $50, and then when I saw that tear, I dropped it down to $42. I'll lower that if I have to. This is, I believe it's a bar of soap, Parfume. I'm not sure how you say this with two E's like that. Parfume. Anyway, I think it's a bar of soap wrapped in paper like this that feels fancy. I can't find anything about this company, if this is the company, La Source Parfume. I don't know. But I'm trying to sell this. They gave it to me for free at the estate sale, so I'm trying to sell it for $15. It looks fancy. It says made in France. Maybe somebody knows something about it, and they'll buy it. This is the kind of stuff that I should not do, but if somebody gives it to me for free, I got to try to sell it, right? Well, I mean, what's the point? What else am I going to do with it? Wash my face? No, that's not going to happen. All right, next. Zondervan. These Bibles are a dime a dozen. They turn up everywhere, but this one is in excellent condition. A lot of times the garage sales, they just have a box that will say books are free, or specifically, a lot of people give away Bibles. So this was free. It was in a free box. So I got it. It's nothing spectacular, 1986, I think, but it is in very good condition. Almost always these have writing in them. And it's got the red letter, like it's supposed to be every time Jesus is talking, they print it in red. So that's a special thing. And then it also says, I never really know what this means, but it says with helps. I see that in Bibles a lot, and I think that increases the value a little bit too. So 25 bucks, I'll take it if I can get it. If I can't, I'll get it down to 14 bucks. I picked this up. I got this at the same garage sale as the those caviar plates. I thought it was a spoon rest at first. I forgot about cigarette ashtrays, so I did a little search on my ChatGPT image search tool that I put together, and it told me it was an ashtray, and I was like, oh yeah, an ashtray, that makes sense. But it also told me that it had a scorpion design on it, which this is a chicken. I don't know if you can see it, but that's definitely a chicken, and you can even see the chicken footprints. So ChatGPT thinks it's a scorpion. It's actually a chicken. I'm not sure which is cooler, but this is from a company. It's called like, it's hard to read this here, but I think it's Dayagi, Dayagi, and made in Israel. I think it's the Dayagi brothers. Maybe Dayagi, I'm not sure. Anyway, this there's no sales history of this exact one, but this company does have a lot of stuff on eBay. The sell-through rate on it is a little bit lower. Not a great supply and demand situation, but some of these are selling for 25 bucks that look sort of similar to this, similar shape and size, but I'm just gonna put $20 on it. I got it for $1. All right, there's a couple of things I pulled out of this box of CDs, and this is the one I saw. I looked in the box and I saw this CD, and I knew that this was gonna be, I suspected anyway that this one CD would be worthwhile to buy the whole box. So they were asking $1 a piece for the CDs. I said, how much do you want for the whole box? They didn't know how many were in there. The husband said 40 bucks. And I said, oh yeah, okay, I can give you 40. Because I thought this one is probably worth 40. That was my guess. This is music from the TV show The Adventures of Pete and Pete, the Nickelodeon kids show from the 90s. And this is the band Polaris. I don't know if they were even really a real band or if they just got together to record these songs for a Pete and Pete show. But I don't think this was ever released in a real serious way. So these CDs don't have a record label. I mean, they have a record label, but there's no barcodes or anything on it. So they're like, small independent label. There are some of these sealed that sold for 80 bucks. There's also some that sold for like 35 and 40 in used condition. But a few also used that sold for 70. So I put $44.99 on it, 45 bucks. If I paid 40 for the whole box, so this one CD should pay for that. I don't think any of the rest of these CDs are going to be too exciting, but they're sort of like, some of the stuff in here is like borderline the kind of music that I would have been into when I was younger, and I still have all of my old CDs. So I thought, worst case scenario, I'll add some of these CDs to my collection, even though I'm probably not going to listen to them. Like, I never really was a fan of the Smiths, but I just didn't really have a chance to hear it that much. But a couple of weeks ago, I was on YouTube. The video came on with the song There's a Light That Never Goes Out, and I've had that stuck in my head for like 2 weeks now. So I've been thinking maybe I should check out the Smiths. So these 3 Smith CDs were in there. I might just keep these for myself, or what I'm probably going to do with these CDs is lot them up. So this would be a good lot. 3 CDs with the Smiths, probably get $25 or $30 for it. Individually, maybe sell these for $6 or less. So I'm either going to keep these or sell them. I already made one lot. That's right here. Social Distortion CD lot. Punk band. I could have kept these too. This was never one of my favorite bands, but I might have kept these, but decided to sell them. So that's everything that I picked up today, including the motorcycle seats, and the Christmas tree. What else? I think that's everything. I didn't do any math to add it up to see how much money this is going to be, but I feel like I did pretty good today. I mean, I didn't get overwhelmed with more stuff than I could handle in one session of listing, except for the motorcycle seats. I'm going to have to figure out what motorcycle they fit on. I don't see any kind of model numbers or anything on them, so those are going to take some work. And then, of course, this Christmas tree needs the star on the top. So once I get that, I'll get that listed right away. I'm going to do my best to get those seats listed. And I still have some motorcycle saddlebags over here from last weekend that I need to get listed. So hopefully I'll get those two motorcycle things tomorrow, and I'll get through a bunch of these CDs tomorrow. And then I'm going to be diving into my death pile closet. So right now I'm going to go into the kitchen and pack up is it 4? I think there's 4 orders that came in today. And I think it's not going to be, none of these are like super high value items. So I think we're going to be looking at, I think it's like $75 or $80 right now before shipping. So I think we're probably going to end up making just like $50 or $60 today. So it's not going to be an exciting day. We're not going to be making very much money, but you know, it's not the worst day ever. We got a lot of stuff listed today. I think there was 15 items listed today. So hopefully that will help us out. So, all right, that's it. Let's go to the kitchen and get some packing done. Okay, I'm gonna wrap things up here tonight with these 4 orders that came in. I'm gonna start with the biggest one, most likely to cause trouble, so we'll get it out of the way. It's this Burton snowboards backpack. This has been listed for a pretty short amount of time. Will it fit in here? I don't think so. Kind of like to put it in a bag. I don't remember exactly when I bought this, but it's been just a couple of weeks. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so I got this on July 27th, and right now it is, what is it, September 12th? So it's been about a month-ish, a little bit more than a month maybe, since I bought this bag. And I got it at a yard sale. There's a guy that has a sale pretty regularly, maybe 4 or 5 times each summer, and I've often found pretty decent stuff there. I just never know when he's going to have that sale. So, all right, I'm putting it in this bag. So he sold me this bag for, I think $6 for this bag, and I sold it for $25 plus shipping. So not incredible sale, but not a bad one either for a couple of weeks or month. Can't remember what else did I get there at that sale. I think I got a Zippo or a couple of Zippos. I got these houses at that sale. These little wooden houses. I'm surprised those haven't sold. Thought those would sell pretty quickly. Anyway, this is a eBay international shipping order. So this is gonna go to the shipping hub here in Glenview Heights, and then head out to Japan. So I don't know if snowboarding is popular in Japan, and this guy is gonna take this out snowboarding. I kind of expected it to be going to Canada or something like that, but no, Japan. So Burton, let's get this computer out of the way. 3 pounds, and this box is 18 by 15 by 4. 18, 15, 4. So this is exactly the right size box for this, and I just happen to have it. I think I just brought this down just today. So yeah, I'll just write EIS on here so I'll know where that's going. All right, what's next? Get this out of the way. This is one of these Guitar Effects Pedal Company stickers. I got these from a guy. I got these from a guy off Facebook Marketplace. I was trying to see if I just had a sheet of paper. I could just fold this in, but I don't. So I'm just gonna put it in here, plain. I got a bunch of these from a guy. They were a little more expensive, like in retrospect, a little more expensive than I should have spent. I don't know how many stickers. He had 3 different styles. They're all from the 80s or very early 90s. I think it's possible they're even from the 70s. I don't know when that company, MXR, started, but they could be from the 70s and 80s. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is quite a while ago. Let's see, when was it? All the way back in March of 2024. And I probably sell one of these maybe once every month or once every 3 weeks. Something like that. And they don't bring in a lot of money. I think I paid $1.20 a piece for them by the time I figured it all out. And I sell them for like $5.99 or $6.99. So it's not a great it's not a great return, but I'm able to charge $4 shipping on these, and then it only cost me $1 or whatever for eBay international shipping. 8 by 6 by 1. No, eBay standard envelope, not eBay international shipping. And this is going to CB in California. So that's gonna get one of those. eBay figured out some kind of a deal with the post office to make their own kind of shipping labels that are inexpensive but still have tracking on them. They call it eBay standard envelope. So it's only certain categories of things that you can sell: stickers, patches, I think stamps and paper money maybe. It has to be stuff that's flat that can go in a standard size envelope. And it has to be able to be flexible so that it can go through the sorting machines and stuff. So it's pretty limited what you can sell with that. Trading cards, I don't really do any trading cards, so that never comes up to my mind. I never think of that. This lamp I just listed yesterday or today, and it sold already. So I got that. Today is what day is it? Today is Friday, right? I think today's Friday, and I bought this Thursday on my lunch break at work. I took photos of it and got it listed last night and sold it today. I paid $4 for it, and I sold it for $25 plus shipping, and it's gonna fit in that box just great. So I don't have a lot of stuff that sells that quickly, like just within one day or less. So it always feels good. Makes me feel like I'm on the right track and I'm picking out good stuff. And maybe I'm underpricing it a little bit, but I'd rather underprice it and have it sell than have it a higher price and sit around here for a year. And honestly, I didn't think it would sell that fast because there's several of that style lamp. Hamilton Company, I think it's called, Hamilton International or something like that. There's several of those listed, and it seems like the ones that are in this color, this brown color, are a little less popular. There's one that's like a bright kind of a 70s, 60s orange, and I think that one is the most popular one. So if you can find one of those, they sell for a little better. Maybe $60 for the orange ones, and maybe 40 to 60 for the orange ones, and then like 20 to 30 for these brown ones. I don't know if it comes in other colors or not. Those are the only ones I've seen. All right, lamp. This weighs 3 pounds. 11.97. And who's it going to? Let's see. It's going to AR in California. So a couple of things going to California today. I've talked about it before, but there was a little while where all of the California orders were coming to a standstill. So it seems like people have gotten used to the new cost of shipping, and they're going ahead and buying stuff again, even though it's cost a lot of money to ship. All right, this is the last thing. These magazines, these have been a little bit infuriating because I talked about how I turned off offers on all of my listings, and I can't say for sure that that's what caused my sales to come to a standstill, but that's my guess, that turning off those offers was not a good idea. And so I turned the offers back on, but there's no way to do it in bulk, to choose a minimum offer that you're willing to consider. I mean, there is a way to do it, but not a good way, because I would like it to be, I would like to say, make my minimum offer 80% of the asking price. That way I don't have to see any offers that are less than that, and they don't clog up my eBay inbox, and they don't infuriate me, because these offers of, like, you know, you have a $60 item and somebody sends you a $10 offer. It's just like, why are you wasting our time? You're wasting everybody's time right now. So this was a situation like that. I think I had these listed for $22 or something like that. $20. I think they must have been $19.99, and somebody sent I think they started with an $8 offer, which is just too low. Like, anything, in my opinion, if you send anything less than a quarter off, you're being insulting. So this guy sent me an offer for $8 or $9 or something, and I thought I should just ignore this offer. I had them listed for $19, so I just decided I'll just play the game. This is what you're supposed to do. Send a counter offer. So I sent him a counter offer of $18. My actual like rock bottom price was supposed to be 16. That's what I felt would be a good price to get. That's the price where I'm going to feel happy. And so I sent him the $18 offer, and then he sent an $11 offer. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go to 16, and then I'm going to tell him that's as low as I'll go. So then he just kept sending offers $1 more each time, which again, it's just a waste of time. Like, just get to the amount that you're actually willing to pay, and we'll be done with this. So it kept going like that. I got to 16, and I sent a message with that offer saying, this is as low as I want to go. I can't go below 16. And then he sent me 2 offers in a row for $15. So I was like, am I going to quibble over $1, or should I just get this thing out of my house? So I paid only 72 cents for these 2 magazines. So any kind of profit is fine. I got a bunch of these magazines that are about UFOs a little while ago, probably not quite a year ago. This was in February. 1.4, 1 pound 4 ounces. 2 magazines weigh over a pound. Can you imagine that? 14 by 12 by 1. So I took the $15, and I'm still feeling a little bit salty about it. I should have stuck to my guns and got my $16 that I would have been happy with. So I'm gonna get rid of this. It's gonna go out the door. It's gonna earn me $12 or something like that, and then I'm going to try to never think about that again. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get labels for these, and then I'll come back and give you a rundown of how much money we made today. All right, all of these guys have labels, and they're all ready to go. Let me turn this fan off, and we'll quickly go over the profits for today, which is a little lower than I would like, but maybe Saturdays are just slow days. I'm not sure. So right now we've got the vintage Hamilton desk lamp that sold for $22.49, and after subtracting the cost of goods and the shipping label and the eBay fees, we're at $18.03. The 2 Omni UFO Conspiracy magazines sold for $15, and after everything, I only made $9.72. So I was estimating it would be $12, and it's not even quite 10. So this guy owes me $1, I feel like. All right, that sticker for the guitar pedal, MXR Guitar Pedal Company, $7.46. And then finally the Burton snowboards backpack, $16 even, somehow came out to an even amount. So we're looking at only $51.21 today, which, whatever, it's not too bad. But after, I spend the whole day working, I would like to make a couple more dollars than that. I think I got 15 items listed today. Everything I showed you earlier is currently listed in my shop, I think. So I did good today. I'm a hardworking man. Okay, right now, for the month of September, our average profit per day is about $160, and the average profit per sale, $34. That's pretty good. Let's see what it was in July. So in July, average profit per sale was only $24.86. June, $23. May, $18. April, $27. So this might be the highest month so far for average profit per individual sale. So could have been a better day, but it's not the worst day we've ever had. I think there's a good chance we'll have some more sales tonight. I did get a lot of stuff listed today, and that seems to usually goose the eBay algorithm, and hopefully they'll be sending my items to more people who are searching the site. So right now, just have these 4. They'll go out tomorrow on the porch, and hopefully tomorrow, I'm not sure what we'll have tomorrow. Probably just going to be doing inventory and breaking some stuff out of the death pile closet again. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you'll come back tomorrow for that exciting adventure into the death pile, and we'll see you again soon. Have a great night.